All right, this is your market recap for August 13th, 2025. Today, as you can see, we had a small day, kind of like I was expecting. But something I didn't realize is we can use that prediction on the lower time frames. If you go down to the hourly time frame, we can see market opened when? Well, the daily candle, opened 6 p.m. All right, we opened here and we closed there. So very, very small day. Now, what can we take from this? Well, if we're expecting a small day on the daily time frame, or small body, and we're all the way up here, we can somewhat expect price to come all the way back down to close, right? So just for the future, that's something we can use. Now, if we go down to the 15-minute, there's not much. Rallied here, all-time highs, tipped over. Took out this low and this low down here, and then kind of went horizontal from there. The reason I marked these two lows and nothing down here is because down here is a very, very big gap. Like if we go back to hourly time frame, there's a huge expansion, right? And I just don't think we have the juice to come all the way down here in a single session, meaning New York session. It'll take multiple days to get down there, or a crazy big news day, neither of which was today. So no 15-minute arrays, no nothing. We go down to the 5-minute, not much as well. You can see we rallied all-time highs here. I believe we had an SMT of these highs, which forced us to come down, taking out this low and this low. That right there is trade of the day. And then once we hit this low, we kind of just went horizontal. That's why I didn't trade PM session, is because there was no retrace for us to play, no further expansion to have been. We have this 5-minute fair value gap right there, which if you carry it across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Very, very big focal point for the afternoon. Now, if we go down to the 1-minute, and we're flying through this because there's not a whole lot. So first, market opens here. We have an SMT of lows, which pumps us up. Now, here is where I made a mistake and got caught in a big thing of FOMO, right? As we know, we are very bullish, right? We've been going up. We're at all-time highs. We've been creating new all-time highs very frequently. And so I thought, well, the chance that we continue to play bullish today is high, right? And I saw this SMT and I said, I want to get in that, right? But why that was a very stupid move of me is because we are already very extended here, very extended. And so it's not only stupid, but it doesn't make sense for you to take longs at a point where you're already extended and a new session just started. It's even stupider when you first look at the charts and you tell yourself, we're overextended, let's look short. And then you end up taking a long. So definitely a FOMO play there. We had an SMT of these highs, and then the bigger one here, which is where trade of the day could have been taken after this accumulation at the breakout here on the 15-second. There was a change in the stated delivery right here. Stop, consequent encroach into this wick in the macro. Everything we're looking for, we can target lows here and over here. And then, like I said, from there, didn't really do much. Kind of just banged around in this range. SMT here pushed us up, took out this high. But other than that, I mean, it's really just a one session day today. Down and then horizontal. So not a whole lot going on today. Now, as far as the rest of the week is concerned, let's go to the weekly time frame. This is the weekly candle. We have sell side, so I like that. I don't want us to come below this or even close to it. Tomorrow's Thursday. We have PPI tomorrow, and then there's Friday. Go down to the daily time frame. We broke this high and we closed above it. I like it. Go down to the 4-hour time frame. We have now tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap. I would be completely fine if this satisfies us. I would be more than happy to continue to play bullish from here if it is showing us that on the lower time frame. If we go down to the hourly time frame, we can see that these bodies are respecting it as well. Do I think tonight we could come down past these lows again? Absolutely. But I think having it be Wednesday, we retraced somewhat today. Mind you, we're not at equilibrium. Not at equilibrium. We could trade down there tonight, but like I said, I would not hate if we don't, because that just shows how bullish we are. Like I said, tomorrow PPI could ram us up. Really depends what happens between now and market open, whether we drag down here or taking buys. And if it's like today, where PM session rallies, well then, if we're trading at all-time highs, I learned my lesson today, not going to go long without some sort of retrace first. Higher time frame retrace, that is. So it really depends. I think we're going to expand tomorrow, given a really small day today. But we could also not. We could also have another small day. You can see here it's pretty common to have a couple of small days back to back. Here, this mediocre. But this is a really small day, so I would expect another expansion tomorrow. I'm looking at these lows. I'd like an SMT of these lows overnight so that we can play that bullish tomorrow, targeting these all-time highs. That's personally what I'm looking for. But like always, between now and market open really determines what we're going to be doing. So that's been your market recap for August 13th, 2025.